The sound of music affects our mind, body, and soul. And music relaxes us, it energizes us, and according to Phillips, it heals us. Good morning, Leigh.
Good morning, Nikki.
I know you're a healer because I can feel your energy just sitting next to you. Really. You have such a positivity and an exuberance about you that already calms me.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. It really is true. Now, all these bowls surrounding us are joining us for the ride as well. What's going on? What are these bowls all about?
Well, these are quartz crystal singing bowls, and they were actually invented by Marcel Vogel, who invented Tupperware.
Really?
And they were, literally, and they were made for the semiconductor industry because they just have this amazing resonance. They have no grain boundary, and in scientific terms, that basically means there's not another molecular structure that gets in the way of the sound. So the sound's really big for the size. And they have harmonic overtones, and the harmonic overtones are actually what help people slow down their brain states.
Oh, we all could use a little of that.
It's true. It's true. When people are driving down the road, they're mostly in beta.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well, that means that they're not in their body, they're focused on the road, and they're focused out there. But that magic window for sound therapy is alpha and theta.
Oh.
So you've heard alpha, people talk about the zone if they're athletes. And they also talk about
the zone.
Exactly. So that magic window actually allows the brain to slow down to the point where people can feel the sensations of their body, and they can also be aware of the external world.
And each one has a different sound. Can you give us just a little quick demo of a little bit of what we would hear and how it makes us feel? Because I know when you were playing earlier while we were setting up, I said to you, the vibration that goes through your body is unbelievable.
That's one of the gifts, is literally your ears through your auricular passages hear the sound, but your body, your skin, is the largest organ in the body. And so it's literally taking in the vibration. So everyone in the studio right now, whether you're close or not so close, you can hear the sound. The closer you are, the more you can feel the vibration.
Wow. Okay, let's see how you do this. That's amazing. It's soothing.
It is. And they're made with pure rock quartz crystal that's been crushed and heated to 4,000 degrees. And then as it's cooled, it's infused with either gemstones, minerals, or metals. So these bowls, the band is basically emerald, ruby, vanadium, which is actually from the 13th century of Thebes. They used vanadium in Egyptian art, that blue color.
Oh my goodness.
So iron, amethyst, indium, iron again, morganite, this is rose quartz and platinum, Sedona red rock, silver, charcoal, which is really good for clearing. It is.
Really? Charcoal's good for clearing?
Yes. A lot of people who just have emotions that are on the surface that they're ready to let go of, or even deep that they don't know about, the charcoal bowl just seems to help hold the space for them to release.
Oh, I'm in awe. I love this. And what is this one?
Serpentine.
Unbelievable. Now, okay, so let's talk a little bit in layman's terms, because a lot of people out there are probably asking, how can you explain that the science of sound and music affects the brain? How do you make that correlation?
Well, in musical terms, there's something called the circle of fifths. And when you play a fifth, do, re, mi, fa, so, do, so, that's a fifth. The Romans, thank you. But the Romans used that sound to actually motivate the army. It's a motivator. All popular music has fifths.
That's true.
Right?
Fifth of Beethoven.
So when you hear a fifth, it literally shifts the harmonic rhythms of your heart, travels through the vagus nerve up to the temporal lobes of your brain, and starts to slow down the brain states. When you get to that magic window, that's where people actually do their self-healing. So I thank you for your wonderful, sweet comment earlier, and I really do feel like people heal themselves. When people let go of cancer, they might use traditional therapies or they might use holistic therapies, but they're doing the work.
Wow.
And so the bowls help hold the space for people to release, and that's my passion about the work. Everybody loves music.
Yes, it's true, and I told you, it always makes my mood change immediately when I hear good music. Any kind of music really, it just changes the mood. And you're doing something really special. It's called the Shimmering Sounds Foundation. Talk a little bit about that real briefly.
Oh, well, you know, I heard so many times that people love the work and yet they don't have the funding.
Right.
So I created a 501c3 that can actually be the piggy bank to have programs, and I'm really interested in working with people who are dealing with cancer, hospice, children.
Yes.
And recently I got a call from the military, and the more people are actually dying from overdoses and from poor medication, and so they're looking for alternative therapies that can help people deal with what's happening. More people are dying from the medications than they are on the battlefield.
Unbelievable.
And so I look at this as a form of music therapy that incorporates vibration.
I love that. That's a great way to call it, music therapy. And in fact, I'm going to get a little music therapy myself, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
I'm very excited about this because coming up, we are going to have a very special demonstration, and I am going to be the one lucky recipient of it all. Stick around. We'll be right back with Leanne. Can you play some more? Yes. We are back with sound therapist Leanne Phillips, who uses bowls to heal the mind, body, and soul. And as I mentioned before, today I get to have a wonderful demonstration. So tell me, how do I begin? If I was coming to you right now as a client, what would I do?
Well, it'll be a mini session, but once you put your head on the pillow.
Okay, I will. Can I put my feet on here? Oh, it's comfy.
Yep.
Okay.
It is. I think that's half of it.
This is my favorite part of my job ever. Do I put my hands straight down?
Yep, hands to your side.
Keep my mic up here. Okay. I don't want to cover the mic too much. All right, there we go. Perfect.
Okay, and then I'm going to use this silk sheet. Silk actually helps protect the electromagnetic field. So if you travel by plane, silk is a great way to dress yourself.
Oh, you know, my grandma always carries a little silk hanky with her. Now I know why.
Now you know why.
That's great. Okay.
Okay.
I'm so comfortable.
So, and I use these when I do the concerts too, because people love the colors. But we're going to stick to the private. So.
So you do privates as well as concerts?
I do.
But this is what you would experience in a private session?
This is.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm going to put the black tourmaline on because we don't have a lot of time. I'm going to use more of a clearing bowl.
I just want to pull this down just a drop so I don't, so people can hear me better.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so if you can just slowly close your eyes.
Okay.
That's great. You can just slightly drop your jaw so your mouth's just a little bit open. That'll make it easier on your neck.
Okay.
And we're going to do just a couple minutes.
Wow. Feel it through my whole body. Now, can you explain what you're doing exactly?
I'm adding this rhythm that's a very grounding rhythm to help just kind of anchor you down.
Okay.
You've got a lot going on. This is not a normal session.
Really?
Well, I'm talking about that, you know, you're talking and explaining what we're doing. Most people, they just have their eyes closed. So we're going to take just a minute so you can just take in the sound.
Vibration through my whole body. Now, what is the effect of this vibration? What's the intended effect?
When you can hear pure sound without the lyrics, it activates the right hemisphere of the brain. And when you do that, you literally build new brain cells that connect the left and the right hemispheres. That's called the corpus callosum. That's the neurological bridge. And so when that happens, you literally build more brain cells, which means you're opening the perceptual doors between logic and nonverbal knowing.
Wow.
Your left brain is highly sequential, verbal, and language-based. And there are sometimes choices that don't make sense that are correct for us. So the more we have going on in our right brain, the easier it is to open up the perceptual doors between logic and intuition.
Wow.
And so the benefits of that are focused and more increased creativity, problem solving, intelligence, and my passion is wellness, because these sounds literally help release emotional blocks. And the body doesn't feel emotion. It doesn't say, I am angry, I am sad. The body says, I am cold, I am tingly, I am warm. So when people drop into their body, and when they feel sensation, they drop into their body, because their body is communicating with them.
So true.
And so that's when people can release. And so that's what I'm finding, and why the bowls are literally traveling around the world, is because they're helping people support feeling things that have been tucked away, that have been tender and have been kind of tough to access, have been suppressed. Maybe they didn't have the support. But the bowls help move that through so they can be more authentic, make better choices, and have more wellness and happiness. You know? Yeah.
And one of the things I really like about this is, I think when people are watching, they're thinking, is that weight on your body? Is that weighing you down? And it doesn't feel like there's any weight on my body.
No.
It's just soothing.
These are light. There's one in the studio that's much heavier, and I do put that on people, and that tends to be for people who have some health issues going on here, so that that weight really drops them into their body, and the vibrations are bigger and stronger.
Now, you asked me before we started if there were any areas that I have more sensitivity to, or is that generally what you'll do? Is you'll ask somebody what are some areas that they have problems?
Well, usually I have a plant medicine cabinet of tinctures, and I ask them to just go over and choose a plant.
Wow.
They usually pick exactly what they need. I ask them to not read the label.
Oh.
Let their right brain have some time to play. And then I usually start with a fifth or a fourth, because the fifth helps bring people into that magic window of alpha and theta.
Oh my gosh, it's so interesting.
It's really multitasking, because it's, you know, Nikki, it's the quartz, it's the different, this is black tourmaline and emerald, it's the vibration, it's the sound, it's the music.
My gosh, if I didn't have to talk, believe it or not, I know it's shocking to believe this, but I actually wouldn't be talking, because there is something really powerful about this.
It's beyond words, and that's why people have to be open enough to go, you know what, I don't know exactly what's calling me, but I'm going to make the call, and I'm going to have a session, or I'm going to a concert, or I'm going to learn how to do this and purchase my own bowl.
And so tell all of our viewers how they can have a session as well.
Well, you can reach me at www.leannephillips.com.
Great.
And that's LeighannePhillips.com. And you can also reach me at 970-596-0835. And I do concerts, workshops, private sessions. Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, I don't want to stop. I think I'm just going to go to commercial. That's what we're going to do, so I can finish this. Commercial time. We'll be right back. I'm closing my eyes again. That's amazing.